This is the Christmas story from 50,000 feet, right? The cosmic view of Christmas, that life and light breaks in to the darkness, to the gloom of our world. We know that if we zoom in, we get another version of the story. Of course, you all know a baby being born in poverty, under occupation, under questionable circumstances, threatened by government leaders, forced to flee his home, a small little flicker of light that the world didn't notice for the most part, that grows and spreads, healing, peacemaking, welcoming, world upending in the life of Jesus. A life that the darkness of our world could not overcome, cannot overcome. A life and a light that continues in our lives and our lights. That's what we believe, right, as Christians? Maybe we look at our little lights of hope and life that we carry and see them flickering weakly. Maybe not a lot of other people see them. Maybe they're under questionable circumstances. We doubt ourselves and our capacity. Maybe we feel threatened or fearful of the powers in our world. The darkness of war and deportations and abuse and lies and hate and starving children killed while waiting in line for food, and all kinds of evil, and the feeling of helplessness that we feel through all of it. All of that gloom threatens to swallow us up, threatens to swallow up the little flickers of joy and hope and light and life that we have, or it feels that way. But the good news of Christmas, whenever we celebrate it, is that the light shines in the darkness, even our little flickery lights, and the darkness will not overcome it. When we zoom out to the cosmic view like that John gives us, it's like looking at the night sky, right? Maybe right when it's starting to get dark. But you notice that the first stars start to pop out, right? And the darker it gets, the more stars start to shine and flicker, and the darkness cannot overcome them. Finding the light, the little pinpricks of joy and hope in times like these is not always easy. And it feels, I feel like there's a lot of resistance sometimes within myself. Like, but these people don't have that privilege to feel joy. Well, that's false, obviously. But it's easy for us to feel like, since the world is swallowed in so much fear and hate, that we should be too, right? Finding hope and joy takes practice. And finding that hope and joy is not a denial of the darkness and the fear around us. It's a spiritual discipline that we practice to get us through it and to help us see those flickers of life and light, even among people who maybe we don't see it there at first. And in situations where all we can imagine is despair, there are pinpoints of light there too, if we look. Joy and hope can anchor us so that we can continue to bring Jesus' light of feeding and healing and justice and connecting and abundance, even while we also grieve, while we also hurt, while we also struggle. We celebrate Christmas in July and have snow cones and snowballs in the courtyard because it's fun and because it's good practice. We are exercising our joy muscles. And God, do we need to do that? So today we are proclaiming that the light of Christ shines in the darkness. It shined in a smelly stable all those years ago, And it shines in our lives and in our world, no matter how smelly and dark it is now. Our little light of hope may seem small, but we're not alone. Together, we form constellations of light and life, lighting up the darkness. Sometimes we need to zoom out to see it. We need that cosmic view. Sometimes we need to see that light in others when we can't quite grab it in ourselves. And so today, that's what I'm hoping we can help each other do. Even if you don't feel that light all the time, someone next to you does and can share that light with you. And when we tell each other stories about light, even in the darkness, those grow and expand and help each other to practice seeing that light in each other. Okay, so I know that you're all scrolling through the news every day. Today, we're going to scroll through each other's experiences, so I need your help. The question is, where do you see God's light shining in the darkness, even now? It could be something in your own life. It could be something in someone else's, something far away, something close by. But think to yourself for a moment, where have you seen God's light shining in the darkness? It could be something big. It could be something small. And then when you're ready, when you've got something in mind, turn to your neighbor. Find a buddy. If you're sitting kind of far away, somebody go find each other. Make sure everybody's got a partner. And tell each other. Let's practice seeing that light in each other, okay? Are y'all up for that? Okay, great. So take a minute to think and then find a neighbor and tell them where you see God's light shining in the darkness. And then if any of you want to share after that, I'll have y'all popcorn a few things out to me. But I'll give you like 3 minutes. Is that good? Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, I heard grandkids. That's a good one. Oh. Okay, I love it. I love hearing all this light and life. All right. So what we're going to do now is I would love it if some of y'all would share, not like the whole story, but maybe just like a few words. Like I heard Robin say grandkids, right? That's a great one. And then when someone shares, the rest of us are going to say, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness will not overcome it. Does that sound good? You want to practice it? Okay. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness will not overcome it. Okay, so somebody tell me what's the light in the darkness? Children. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. Victor? Healing. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. What else? Beauty of nature. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. I heard community, and I heard music. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. I think there was something else. Our what? Our choir. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. Amen. Chosen family. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. Amen. Anything else? Jesus. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. Any others? I mean, that's a pretty good one to end on. Okay. Good. At the end of the Christmas season, in the last several years, we have done something called choosing star words. Oh, did you have one, Dominic? What is it? Harry Potter. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. That could be a quote from Harry Potter, too, Either way. Despite the author's shortcomings, I must say. We love Harry Potter at our house. We do not speak of she who must not be named. At the end of the Christmas season, here at UBC, on Epiphany Sunday, we choose star words. And how many of you were here and chose your star word this year? Not everybody was here, but a lot of you were. And basically, it's a word that we choose blindly. The wand chooses the wizard, speaking of Harry Potter. The star chooses you. And then that is an opportunity for you to reflect on that word throughout the year and to see how God might work through it and what you might learn and how that word might shift and change in your life. And it's connected to the Magi's journey, where they followed a star, something that was a little bit woo-woo, right, to find the baby Jesus. And so we can find Jesus, we can find God, we can find the light shining in the darkness in all kinds of places, in church where we might expect it, in our family where we might, and in Star Words, and in the coffee shop, and down the street, and at God's Family Dinner, and so many places. So if you remember your star word, will you shout it out? Sensitivity. Nice. Endurance. Friendship. Draw near. Pathway. I heard love. Release. Oh, mine was breathe. We'll talk about that giggle later. Well, I wonder if today, midway through the year, might be an opportunity to check in with yourself about your star word. How have you seen God working? How have you seen the light of God in that? If you've kind of forgotten about it, maybe this is an opportunity to pick that back up too here at Christmas in July. And if you didn't get one, if you weren't here then, I have a basket of star words here on the table. You can choose a word for the rest of the year, or if you've forgotten yours or lost it, or you didn't like it and it has not redeemed itself, you can choose another one. There are no rules about that. This is just another way that we can find the light and practice finding the light and looking for it. We can practice by hearing each other's stories, by thinking about where we've seen the light, and by looking inward in the ways that God is guiding us as well. So I hope that you'll think about your word or get one if you need one, and then maybe you guys can all talk about them at the snowball fight, if you're not snowball fighting, while we eat our snow cones, and we can check in on those. Does that sound good? All right. Beloveds, may the light of Christ shine in you, even little flickers. May you see all the flickers around you this week. May you see all the ways that the divine is entering our world, Even when it feels heavy, even when it feels dark, may you cling on to those moments of joy and hope and share those with all those around you. Amen.